with this, what? It's
Yes.
confusion, isn't it?
Absolutely. Although at the time, for myself, not knowing, it wasn't too confusing for me. I thought, well, that's the way it's done. You do a Bible study with the Bible and their book, and this is the way it works. So for me, it wasn't confusing. Being in the church now, to go up and ask someone like that, that would be confusing.
Okay, the first question was on salvation. You give us some information on that. I'm sure you'll go deeper later. Then I asked how they are trained. And when you're being trained, can you ask questions?
Oh, I've been being trained to go door to door?
Yeah.
Sure. The way they train us is, first, of course, we've gone through the book, so we know all about the training book, how to be a Jehovah's Witness. Then, every week they have classes. When I used to be a Jehovah's Witness, they had 3 days a week that we would go, and during one of those meeting days, they teach you how to go door to door. They will have a mock door to door, where they'll have a couple people go up with magazines and pretend that they're going door to door and play acting, and they'll do the same thing. They have a table up on the stage, and they'll have a couple of sisters sitting there pretending to do a Bible study. And this, when I was a Jehovah's Witness, went on every week, once a week. And yes, you are allowed to ask questions if there's any questions that you have. They roll it in with their regular meetings, their regular worship meetings. It's usually they'll have 2 meetings within one day that you go.
So did you ever have anybody call you a Russellite or Russellism?
No, never did.
Okay,
I know
well.
what that is. I know what it is, but no, I never.
Yeah, you don't hear stuff like that anymore. I mean, people are very ignorant.
I had people call
to
me.
Religion, it's called, huh?
I've had people call me, say I wasn't a Christian and say I was in a cult, which I thought was crazy because I thought I believed in Jesus Christ and God, but other than that, no.
And what do you think now when they say you were in a cult?
I absolutely know it's true. I know it's true.
Now I want to ask this question because there's like great questions, but this question I'm about to ask you right now is a black and white question. I mean, it's so clear that you can get a 6-year-old to read it and they will understand it. Okay, now it says in the book of Revelation that the 144,000, I had a Jehovah's Witness come to somebody's door when I was there, and they were talking about the 144,000, and I said, look, the Bible plainly says that these 100, I asked her if she was married. She said, well, I've been married for quite some time. I said, well, the scripture on the 144,000 in the book of Revelation says that they were virgins and they were Jews. It plainly says it, read it. Now, how does somebody read that and say, well, I'm one of the 144,000 and they're married and they're not Jewish? I mean, how does somebody, I never could grasp that for myself. You're reading it, you just read it. So I said, there's a door right there that's closed. Well, there's a door.
Well, for one thing, they're blind to the truth. Satan blinds the minds of the unbelievers. But that's how false teachers get people to believe it. They can take these insane things. I hate to use the word insane, but these outrageous twistings of the scripture and make them